Now, as we speak in the country, Rigathi Gachagua is facing an impeachment motion in the National Assembly. It has already been tabled, and the accusations there are very heavy. Therefore, I sat down and asked myself, despite actually I've done a video here to show you before what resulted to Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto having a huge conflict. You can check on Mukwa Times, you can always see that video, well thumbnailed, you can be able to see what exactly I talked about. I don't want to go to the reasons why they have problems with William Ruto, but I want to talk about here today who can save Rigathi Gachagua from the impeachment motion that is right now tabled in the National Assembly, almost going to the Senate, and actually showing that Rigathi Gachagua is likely to go home because of the support that it has received. But before I do so, kindly, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, one of the reasons I feel that Gachagua needs a savior, it's because it does not have allies. Therefore, it needs a tangible ally. And in this case here, I want to say that Uhuru Kenyatta is the only ally that it has. Why do I think that Uhuru Kenyatta is the only ally? First of all, Uhuru Kenyatta is a national figure. Second of all, he's a former president. His influence in Mount Kenya cannot be ignored at all. If he says this, most Kenyans will follow. Coming in 2027, Uhuru Kenyatta is expected to have a huge influence, particularly in the mountain politics. And actually, based on the mistakes that have been happening in this current government of Kenya Kwanza, Uhuru Kenyatta has been taken to have been right and not wrong based on the decision that he made to support Raila Amolo Odinga in 2022 general elections. So therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta remains to be the solid, blue-eyed apple from the mountain region. People are seeing him as a king up to now. So therefore, it is very clear that Uhuru Kenyatta can be the person to save Rigathi Gachagua. How will Uhuru Kenyatta save Rigathi Gachagua? First of all, being national the way he is, Uhuru Kenyatta has so many friends. He can be MPs, can be senators, and particularly the mountain people. He can even call a meeting and have with them and share and agree whether to take Rigathi Gachagua home or not. Now, that kind of an influence, he can use it to talk to the MPs, his friends, and even Raila Amolo Odinga himself to share with William Ruto if they can't talk with William Ruto, to at least allow them not to actually ask them not to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, because generally the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua is right from the president. So therefore, that influence could be crucial for Rigathi Gachagua. Another reason I feel that Uhuru Kenyatta is the person who can talk to who can save Rigathi Gachagua, it is Raila Amolo Odinga. It is the Raila Amolo Odinga factor. Uhuru Kenyatta is close to Raila Amolo Odinga as believed before. They have not exchanged anything in public, despite the betrayal of going to a union. They can still sit down, because when the protests occurred in the country, Raila Amolo Odinga said Uhuru Kenyatta called him and they shared, and that's why he's assisting William Ruto. So therefore, in this case here, Raila Amolo Odinga can still share with Uhuru Kenyatta, and they'll talk to William Ruto, and the impeachment motion can even stop at any point and be withdrawn, and completely Rigathi Gachagua will not go home. Therefore, it is very clear that if Rigathi Gachagua could be friends with Uhuru Kenyatta, by now Uhuru Kenyatta could have stopped the impeachment motion that is right now ongoing. Another thing I want to say here, it is that Uhuru Kenyatta can offer him very good advice. The advice he needs right now is to remain relevant in the Kenyan politics, whether the impeachment goes through or not. So if Uhuru Kenyatta can give him advice that can help him, particularly give him even allies, including people from the mountain, like Peter Munya, Jeremiah Kioni, and many other leaders like those of Jubilee, I'm very sure that Rigathi Gachagua will have a good either impeachment period, or even after the impeachment, because he shall have built himself strongly going forward. Another thing I want to say that is Rigathi Gachagua can be saved by Uhuru Kenyatta by linking with Matiang'i, people like Matiang'i, whom they can sit down and craft a 2027 plan, because if the impeachment goes through, there's a possibility, if it goes through, there's a possibility that Rigathi Gachagua will need allies in 2027, whom he can support and at least see this country move forward. So therefore, as we speak today here, Uhuru Kenyatta can save him by giving the best allies like Matiang'i, whom Kenyans believe can perform in this country if given a chance to be the president. Also, lastly, I think the another savior is Uhuru Kenyatta himself. The way he can save him is through himself. Uhuru Kenyatta, if he decides to support Rigathi Gachagua right now and says Rigathi Gachagua is the kingpin of the mountain, nobody can be against that. Nobody can beat, nobody can oppose it, because the king himself has spoken about it. So therefore, it is very clear as we speak today that if Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta sit down and come publicly and say that they're together, then there's a possibility that William Ruto will be shaken, and that will result to Uhuru Kenyatta, Rigathi Gachagua reviving his political ambitions, and even going ahead to resign early enough, because now he has the guarantee of getting the support from the mountain people. Because in 2027, it will be tough, and the mountain politics will be different, and they need a leader to command at that time. If Rigathi Gachagua is impeached, the mountain goes back to Uhuru Kenyatta fully, and Uhuru Kenyatta will be controlling everything that will be happening. However, I also have to say it here categorically that don't feel that Uhuru Kenyatta will save Rigathi Gachagua in any way. Based on the emulation that we went through, and I've done a video on that, I feel strongly that Uhuru Kenyatta will not help him. He will allow him chew his pride. After it is done, he'll now come back to his senses. Not only him, also the mountain people, to learn the mistake that they made. Apart from that, I also have to say it categorically here that Uhuru Kenyatta would like to have the control of the mountain, because being politically relevant, it's crucial. Raila has been relevant in the Luo Nyanza, and that has made him actually relevant in every government that is in this country. So therefore, if Uhuru Kenyatta takes full control of the mountain region, then it is very possible that Uhuru Kenyatta can be able to control the 2027 election successfully, determine who can become the deputy president, the president of this country, the ministers of the country, because the mountain region has huge numbers that everybody is smiling he could be winning them. So therefore, in this case here, Uhuru Kenyatta actually he is in a position to save Rigathi Gachagua, but I don't think he is willing to do that, because Uhuru Kenyatta has already faced enough from Rigathi Gachagua himself. He has attacked him, he has humiliated him, he has abused him, he has called him all sorts of names that a person should be called, and actually so humiliating, because it is someone from his region who had been attacking him before. Now, another thing I want to say is that when Uhuru Kenyatta gave Raila Amolo Odinga the support, Rigathi Gachagua was among the people who were taking to the mountain and saying that Uhuru Kenyatta has brought them kitendawili, which is very wrong, and it's unacceptable to the people of the mountain completely. Rigathi Gachagua later on developed what we call kiburi. So as a result, we found that Rigathi Gachagua, nobody could touch him. He's talking of shares here and there, making mistakes one after another, and that resulted to himself actually isolating himself from the rest of the country. So therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta don't feel that he can support Rigathi Gachagua. Also, lastly, Rigathi Gachagua has alienated himself from the rest of the country and branded himself to be the mountain deputy president. Such kind of a branding can be against the rest of the country. Now, if Uhuru Kenyatta just come blindly to support him, it's likely that he's going to tarnish his name as well. So therefore, nobody wants to associate himself with Rigathi Gachagua, because he has tarnished his name. He has attacked William Ruto. He has attacked his brother Uhuru Kenyatta. He has attacked his member of parliaments from the mountain region. So that puts him in a position that nobody would like to be, as such, a friend to him, unless Kalonzo Musyoka is desperately looking for votes and support from the mountain region. That's my video there and there. Can if you have a different opinion, please let me see it on the comment section. My name is Abel Mugwa. See you next time for more videos.